start with the solved examples of probability. First question is, find the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once. Okay, so what is the sample space of the event when the coin is tossed once? First, we must write that the event is tossing a coin once. Right, tossing a coin once is the event. Now, what is the sample space of this event? The sample space is h comma t. So what is the probability of this event? Okay, now this E, tossing a coin once, is not the event, it is the experiment. Okay, so I will make a small change over here. This is not the event, this is experiment. Okay, experiment is tossing a coin once. And what is the event? Event is getting a head. Getting a head. So what is the probability of getting a head? Probability of this event is number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. So we know that in the experiment of tossing a coin, we have two outcomes, and out of which the event which is favorable to us is getting a head. So this is our favorable outcome. And how many favorable outcomes do you see here? 1. So number of favorable outcomes are 1 and total number of outcomes are 2. So the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once is 1 by 2. So just understand the method of how to write the answer. You must, if it is possible, you must state what is the experiment, what is the event, what is the sample space, then the probability of the event, the formula for probability of the event, and then the final answer. So probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once is 1 by 2. Right? So this is the method in which you will solve the question. Next question. A bag contains a black ball, a red ball, and a green ball. All the balls are identical in shape and size. Mohit takes a Mohit takes a ball from the bag without looking into it. What is the probability that the ball drawn is red ball? Okay, so probability of drawing a red ball is equal to number of favorable outcomes, that is number of red ball inside the bag, upon total number of outcomes, that is total number of balls. Right, so how many red balls are there? A red ball means one black and one green. Right, so total number of balls are 3. So probability of drawing a red ball is 1 by 3. What is the probability of drawing a black ball? Can you guess it? Number of black balls upon total number of balls. So that is also 1 by 3. What is the probability of drawing a green ball? 1 by 3. So they are, what kind of outcomes are these? What kind of events are these? These are equally likely outcomes. Drawing a red ball or a black ball or a green ball are equally likely because all of them have the same probability, 1 by 3. Right? So that will be the method. You will just write this. There is no need of sample space here. Neither there is any requirement of writing what is an experiment. You can write, although experiment is drawing a ball, event is getting a red ball, black ball, and green ball. and then you can find the probability. But if you, even if you write it directly in this case, you will get marks, right? So that was your second question. Let's go to the third question. In a single throw of dice, find the probability of getting a number greater than 2. Okay, so the first one, we have to get a number greater than 2. Now what is the sample space when you throw a die once? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No need to write experiment and event as of now. First start with the sample space, right? This is how a typical question is solved. Now find the probability of getting a number greater than 2. So directly I will write P and then in the bracket getting a number greater than 2. Okay, now number of favorable outcomes, I will directly write number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Okay, so what is the probability of what are the number of favorable outcomes? 3, 4, 5 and 6. Why? Because they all are greater than 2. So number of favorable outcomes is 4 and total number of outcomes are 6. If you cut it, simplify it, you get 2 by 3. So the probability of getting a number greater than 2 is 2 by 3. Similarly, number 2, what is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 2? So probability of getting a number less than or equal to 2 is equal to. Now any number which is less than 2 will qualify, is okay. So 1 is okay, 2 is okay, less than or equal to 2. So two numbers qualify as our favorable outcomes. So how many favorable outcomes we have? 2, right? So numerator will have 2. How many total number of outcomes? 6. So what is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 2? 1 by 3. Right? So that's your final answer. Here I have not written the formula of probability, that is number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. You may write it in every sub question also in exam, but while you are solving the exercise, you may choose to write the formula for the first question or the main question, and for the sub question you can directly write the answer, no problem. But writing formula once in one question is compulsory, right? Next, third question. What is the probability of getting a number not greater than 2? Now, not greater than 2, there is only one number. Which number is that? 1. Right? So, what is the probability of getting a number not greater than 2? Let me write it. Probability of getting a number not greater, that means smaller, not greater than 2. Probability of getting a number not greater than 2. That's 1 by 6. The answer is 1 by 6. Right? Fourth question. From a well shuffled deck of 52 cards, it's not 2, it is off. So this is the question from playing cards. You remember I explained about playing cards in my first video, that is introduction to probability. So we have to apply whatever we have learned here. From a well shuffled deck of 52 cards, one card is drawn. Find the probability that the card drawn will be a face card. Number 1, probability of getting a face card. Now do you remember, I will just write number of favorable outcomes upon, so that just this habit comes into you, upon total number of outcomes. You should have this habit, right? So you remember how many face cards are there in a full deck of 52 playing cards? See, there are 4 suits, that is clubs, spades, diamonds and heart. Each suit has 3 face cards. Each suit has 3 face cards. 4 suits. So 3 fours are 12. How many face cards are there? 12. So how many favorable outcomes do we have? 12. Any one of these 12 cards will do, right? So 12 favorable outcomes, because we are finding the probability of getting a face card, and total number of outcomes will be total number of cards, that is 52, right? Then I will cut it. 4 13s are and 4 3s are. 3 by 13. The probability of drawing a or getting a face card from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards is 3 by 13. Second, not a face card. Probability of not getting a face card. So what will be the formula? It will be 1 minus probability of getting a face card. You remember I showed you this formula in the last class? Probability of an event happening is equal to 1 minus probability of that event not happening. Or probability of an event not happening is 1 minus probability of that event happening. So 1 minus, what is the probability of getting a face card? 3 by 13, right? So this will become 13 minus 3 by 13 if I take LCM. So it will become 10 by 13. 10 by 13. That's the final answer. So probability of not getting a face card is 10 by 30. Right? Very easy. Next question. In a badminton match between Rajesh and Joseph, the probability of winning of Rajesh is 0.58. Okay, so it is, they have given us that probability of winning of Rajesh is equal to 0.58. You can write probability in decimal. Probability is any number between 0 and 1. So 0.58 is very well a probability. You can write it as 58 by 100 also. You can write it as 29 by 50 also. It's the same thing, 0.58. Right? So probability of winning of Rajesh is given. They have asked us what is the probability of not winning of Rajesh. So probability of not winning of Rajesh is 1 minus, this is equal to, okay, not sigma, 1 minus probability of winning of Rajesh, right? That is 1 minus 0.58, that is 0.42. Probability of not winning of Rajesh is 0.42. Simple formula. Probability of an event not happening is 1 minus probability of that event happening. Very easy. What is the probability of winning? This is the second question. This is first and this is the second question. Probability of winning of Joseph. Probability of winning of Joseph is probability of not winning of Rajesh, right? If Rajesh will not win, then only Joseph will win. So probability of not winning of Rajesh is 0.42, which is the probability of winning of Joseph, right? Very easy question. Next question. In a single throw of dice, find the probability of getting 7. Haha. What is the experiment here? Experiment is throwing a dice. I'm just writing to give you an idea how the steps should be written. So whenever you get a chance to write these steps, just write them. Okay, so there is no risk of losing marks because you have not written any steps. So these are the steps. Experiments: throwing a dice. Okay, sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which probability we have to find? Getting a 7. What is the probability of getting a 7? Now, do you see in the sample space, do you see 7? No, there is no 7. So, can you get 7? No. So, the number of favorable outcomes are 0. And what are the total number of outcomes? 6. 0 by 6 is 0. So, what kind of event is this? I've taught you in the introduction class. This is an impossible event. So, if probability of any event is 0, it is an impossible event. And this is the first one. And the second one is probability of getting a number less than 7. Probability of getting a number less than 7. What is the probability of getting a number less than 7? Okay, all the numbers are less than 7. 1 to 6. All the numbers are less than 7. So how many total favorable outcomes we have? 6. And how many total number of outcomes? 6. 6 by 6 is 1. What kind of event is this? This is a sure event. So the first one was impossible event. And the second one was sure event. Very easy questions, right? But you should know the method. Part B has started. A dice is thrown once. Find the probability of getting an odd number. Okay, sample space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? First is probability of getting an odd number. How many odd numbers do you see over here? 1 is odd, 3 is odd, 5 is odd. So 3 odd numbers. Favorable outcomes are 3. And how many total number of outcomes? 6. So probability of getting an odd number is 1 by 2. Second, a number greater than 4. Probability of getting a number greater than 4. Probability of getting a number greater than 4. How many numbers are greater than 4? Only 2 numbers are greater than 4. Which one are those? 5 and 6. So what is the probability of getting a number greater than 4? Number of favorable outcomes 2 upon total number of outcomes 6. That is 1 by 3. So this is the first one. This is the second one. It is 11 o'clock right now, and you might be able to hear some message notifications on my mobile. So these are the doubts. It is 11 o'clock, and not from your batch, but from some of the batches, maybe from your batch. From some of the batches or your batch, some people are still awake doing maths and they are asking me doubts. Right? So sitting at home and teaching is not as easy and as it sounds. Also, sitting at home and learning is not a piece of cake, right? Actually, at home, your efficiency increases, so you tend to work more than you can. That's what is happening with all of us right now. Okay, so what is the probability of getting a number between what? 2 and 6. Between 2 and 6. How many numbers are there between 2 and 6? Let us see. 3 is there between 2 and 6. 4 is there and 5 is there. Right? So between 2 and 6 there are 3 numbers. So probability of getting a number between 2 and 6 is 3 by 6. 3 is the favorable outcomes, which I have circled with blue color. 6 is the total number of outcomes. So 1 by 2 is the required probability. So I hope what is probability is very, very clear to you by now. Let's go to the next question. Okay, two dice are thrown simultaneously. Okay, two dice are thrown simultaneously. Do you remember the sample space of when two dice are thrown simultaneously? Okay, if you don't, we have to just go way up, just a moment, way up, way up, way up, way up, till we reach this part, and then we have to go to the right side, right side, right side, right side, and then we have to go a little up. Yeah, here I see in front of your screen I have the sample space which I'm not going to draw again. This sample space shows uh, when two dice are rolled simultaneously or thrown simultaneously, what can be the outcome? This can be the outcome. Can you tell me how many total number of outcomes are there? There are 36 outcomes. How do you count that? So in one row there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 outcomes. In one column there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 outcomes. So it's basically a square. It's a square grid with 6 columns and 6 rows. So how many total elements are there? How many total blocks are there here? 36. So how many outcomes are there here? 36. So the first question says that, I'm just going to open the question in front of me. So just a moment. Let me. Okay, so before we get into this question and I explain you how to solve this, I would like to teach you one more aspect which I did not, and that is about you can say total number of elements in the sample space. Total number of elements in the sample space. So suppose if I toss one coin, right? The sample space is h comma t. So what is the number of elements in the sample space? Ns is number of elements in the sample space. 2. Suppose if I toss two coins, what will be the sample space? H, 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 T, T, H, T, T. So in this case, what is the number of elements in the sample space? 4. Suppose if I toss three coins and I have made its sample space somewhere here only. I will show you where have I made the sample space here. See, tossing three coins simultaneously. How many elements do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So if I toss three coins, the number of elements in the sample space is equal to 8. So how to determine this without actually writing the sample space? Because then you should know that how many elements are going to be there in the sample space. So if you have this knowledge, while you make the sample space, you should not miss out even one of the element by mistake, accidentally. So suppose if I know there are 8 elements, when there are 8 possible outcomes when 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, then while I write HH, HTH, HTT, THH, THT or whatever, I will, if I get 7 outcomes, then I will think that which outcome I'm missing, because I already know that there can be 8 outcomes. There will be 8 outcomes, not can be. There must be 8 outcomes. How should I know? How will I know that there are exactly 8 outcomes, or 2 outcomes in this case, or 4 outcomes in this case, or 8 outcomes in this case? Similarly, okay, I was going to take an example of dice, but I'm not taking it right now. First, let us understand this. So, the idea is you have to use one formula. This is the general formula, right? The formula says that number of outcomes with single element. Element means your tool. Single tool or element. Element or tool. What is the tool here? The tool here is the coin, right? So number of outcomes with single coin, that is single element or single tool, raised to number of tools or elements. You understand? So suppose I have got 3 coins. Number of outcomes with single coin. How many outcomes a single coin gives? 2. Raised to. How many coins are there with me? 3. So 2 raised to 3. What I am getting? 8. So this is the formula. Number of outcomes with single element or tool raised to number of tools or elements. Now I'm going to take one more example for on the same note, that is not tossing, I'm sorry, throwing 2 dice simultaneously. Throwing 2 dice simultaneously. What will be the possible, what will be the number of outcomes? The number of sample space is equal to, what did I tell you in the formula? Number of outcome with a single tool. Now what is the tool here? Dice. A single dice give me how many outcomes? 6. Raised to, raised to the number of tools. How many tools we have here? 2. 2 dice. So 6 raised to 2 is 36. So if you throw 2 dice simultaneously, you are going to get 36 outcomes. And those 36 outcomes are listed here. These are those 36 outcomes, right? So if the question, which is the next question which we are solving here, it comes in front of you, then you must take these you must draw the sample space, you must make the sample space and then solve the question, right? First, let me do one thing. Let me select, let me see if this can be selected separately. Draw, and this is select objects. Okay, so if I can select this much only, oh cool, I can select this. So I will do copy. I have done copy. Let's see if I can go down and paste it in front of my question. Yeah, over here, maybe here. Control C, Control V. Cool. So amazing, man. So I've got it. Let me make it smaller, 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 and let me shift it up, up, up. That is so fantastic. So let me make it zoom in for you. Nice. I love the software. Cool. So I have my sample space over here. So what is the question? The first question is, find the probability that both dice show the same number. So how many, I just want to draw your attention to this, just a moment, let me select a funky color. What color would we go for? What color would we go for? Let me select orange. Cool. So how many numbers here, how many outcomes here show both the numbers on both the dice as same? See, first is 1 1, then 2 2, then 3 3, then 4 4, 5 5, 6 6, the whole diagonal. If you can see, how many orange underlines have I done? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the probability of getting both the dice having same number is probability of getting same number on both dice is equal to, what is the total number of outcomes? 6. Sorry, what is the favorable outcomes? 6. And total number of outcomes 36. And if you cut it, you will get 1 by 6. So probability of getting same number on both the dice is 1 by 6. Second question. Let me choose another color. Let me choose, let's say pink. Ooh, pink. Nice. Okay, find the probability that the first die shows 6. The second die they have not they are not concerned with. First die should show 6. So how many outcomes do you see over here with first die as 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Again 6 outcomes. So the answer of the second will be 6 by 36, that is 1 by 6. I'm not writing the formula, neither I'm writing probability of this. I'm just writing question number and directly writing the answer. Because by now it should be very clear that you must write the whole formula for the first main question, and then you can just write P bracket whatever the condition is, and then write the answer. Right? You cannot write how I am writing. Okay, this is a correct answer, but you cannot write in this way. Do not write in this way. I should write here. Do not copy your teacher. Okay, you are not allowed to take shortcuts. All right, what is the next color? Third color. Let's take what is next. Red is done. What is this? Take indigo. Cool, indigo. I'll take indigo. Third one. It's not even visible, man. What kind of indigo is this? Let me just take a darker. Okay, just a little bit more thicker. Yeah, now it's okay. Third one. The total or sum of the numbers on the dice is 9. Wow. See, 2 plus 6, the highest, gives you 8. But 3 plus 6 gives you 9. So I will take this one, 3 plus 6. 4 plus 5 gives you 9. Right? 5 plus 4 gives you 9. 6 plus 3 gives you 9. So how many numbers do you see on both the dice whose sum is 9? There are four such outcomes where sum of the digits on the numbers of the numbers on the dice are 9. So 4 by 36, which is 1 by 9. Next question and the next color. And the next color is purple. 1 4. Wow, exotic. The product of the numbers on the dice is 8. Okay, not in the first row. 1 6 is 6. In the second row, 2 4s are yes. In the third row, no, you won't get 8 and 3 stable. Then 4 2s are in the fifth row, no. In the sixth row, no. So just two numbers, 2 by 36. that is 1 by 18. So there are just two numbers whose product is 8. 8 ones is not there, of course. And yeah, that's it. What is the next color? Plum. These are all similar, yeah. Let's do some green. Okay. Question number 5. The total of the numbers on the dice is greater than 9. Whoa, total number should be greater than 9. So you see this diagonal, the purple, not purple, the indigo diagonal over here. If you see that indigo diagonal, I will separate it by a green line. Now, on the right side of your green line, there is a triangle, which I am drawing right now. All those numbers in this triangle, there are 6 numbers. All the 6 numbers, if you add them individually in their brackets, you will get a number greater than 9. Right? Like 4 plus 6, 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, 6 plus 5, 11, 5 plus 6, 11, 6 plus 6, 12. So there are how many numbers? 6 by 36, which is 1 by 6. Right? So these are all the answers of the 8th question. This is how you solve 8th question. I hope it is clear now. Cool. The next one. A card is drawn from the pack of 100 cards numbered 1 to 100. Find the probability of drawing a number which is a perfect square. Wow. Now the sample space here is all the numbers from 1 to 100, which I'm not going to make. Of course, you also don't have to make this, okay? Don't make sample space in this kind of problems. In playing card problems, in this kind of problems where the sample space is too huge, don't make. Of course, in the previous question, without sample space, we could not have solved. But in this question, you should not make sample space. But just list the numbers which are perfect square between 1 and 100. So 1, then 4, then 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. Yes, 1 to 100. These are the perfect squares. What is the probability? Probability of drawing a card numbered perfect square. Right? Drawing a card numbered perfect square. How many favorable outcomes we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how many total number of outcomes we have? 100. 10 by 100 is 1 by 10. I'm sorry. 1 by 10. So the probability of drawing a number which is a perfect square out of 100 pack of 100 cards numbered 1 to 100 is 1 by 10, because there are 10 perfect squares, right? 3 identical coins are tossed together. Let us first make the sample space. 3 coins, right? So H, 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 triple H, 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 T, H, T, H, T, H, H, right? And then see, the T has taken all the places. Now 2 T's will come. H, T, 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 H, T, 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 H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. We know that if 3 coins are tossed together, there can be exactly 8 outcomes, right? So the last one will be T, 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 right? So this is the sample space. So 3 identical coins are tossed together. What is the probability of obtaining all heads. Okay, directly probability of getting all heads. How many outcomes do you see out of all the 8 outcomes in which all are heads? Only one, this one. So 1 by 8. Second one, exactly 2 heads. Probability of getting exactly 2 heads. Now, can you tell me exactly what do you mean by exactly? Exactly means not less, not more. Exactly, right? How many outcomes here have exactly 2 heads? First one? No, there are 3 heads. It's not exactly 2. Exactly 2 is this one, and this one. That's it. Here there are 1 heads and here no heads. So exactly 2 heads is 3 by 8. Favorable outcomes are 3 and total number of outcomes are 8. The third one, exactly 1 head. So probability of getting exactly 1 head, right? How many has 1 head exactly? The 1, 2 and 3. Again we have got 3 by 8. Number 4, probability of at least 1 head. Probability of at least 1 head. What do you mean by at least? At least means कम से कम. हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ. At least मतलब कम से कम एक हेड तो होना ही चाहिए. एटलीस्ट मतलब कम से कम एक हेड होना चाहिए. एक से ज्यादा चलेगा, एक से कम नहीं चलेगा. एक से ज्यादा चलेगा तो इसका मतलब है ये भी चलेगा. ये येलो हो गया, दिख रहा है. 3 हेड है, चलेंगे ना, क्यों नहीं चलेंगे. ये भी चलेगा, ये भी चलेगा, ये भी चलेगा. एटलीस्ट 1 हेड तो एक हेड तो चलेगा ही. ये नहीं चलेगा क्योंकि तीनों टेल है. सो व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग एटलीस्ट 1 हेड? 7 by 8. कम से कम एक हेड तो होना ही चाहिए. एक से ज्यादा चलेगा, एक से कम नहीं चलेगा. एटलीस्ट 1. ये एटलीस्ट बहुत ट्रिकी होता है, इसको याद रख लेना. फिफ्थ वन, एटलीस्ट 2 heads. Probability of getting at least 2 heads, right? एटलीस्ट 2 हेड तो चाहिए. 2 से कम नहीं चलेगा, 2 से ज्यादा चलेगा. 2 तो चाहिए ही कैसे भी करके. तो ये वाला चलेगा. 2 है, 2 है, 2 है, 3 है, ये तो चलेगा ही. नीचे वाले एक भी नहीं चलेंगे. एटलीस्ट 2 heads. So what is the answer? How many favorable outcomes we have? 4 by 8, which is 1 by 2. And the sixth one is probability of getting all tails. Probability of all tails. एक ही ऐसा है all tail वाला. 1 by 8. Favorable outcome 1, total number of outcomes 8. Very easy, right? ये जो क्वेश्चंस है ना, इतने अच्छे क्वेश्चंस है ये CBSE, ICSE, 9, 10 कोई भी स्टैंडर्ड ले लो, प्रोबेबिलिटी में 10 तक इतना ही कॉन्सेप्ट है. अगर इतना कॉन्सेप्ट तुमने पढ़ लिया, चाहे वो 9th का बच्चा हो या 10th का बच्चा हो, चाहे वो CBSE हो या ICSE हो, उसको फुल मार्क्स आने ही आने हैं प्रोबेबिलिटी. और ये क्वेश्चंस भी इतने बढ़िया है कि एवरीथिंग इज कवर्ड. कॉइन्स कवर्ड है, 2 कॉइन, 3 कॉइन. डाइस कवर्ड है, 1 डाई, 2 डाई. कार्ड्स कवर्ड है, बॉल्स कवर्ड है, वो नंबर्ड कार्ड्स कवर्ड है. सब कुछ आ गया, सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है इसमें. 11th क्वेश्चन, 2 dice are rolled simultaneously. 2 dice. ओ, मुझे लगता है कट कॉपी पेस्ट वाला सीन है ये. कंट्रोल V. आ गया मेरा दोस्त आ गया है यहाँ पे. ये मेरा दोस्त है जो मेरे साथ साथ आता है हर जगह. कट कॉपी पेस्ट दोस्त, थैंक यू. थैंक यू फॉर lessening the burden of my job. 2 डाइस आर रोल्ड साइमल्टेनियसली आता है तो एक छोटा हार्ट अटैक आता है मेरे को, कह रहे बाप रे 36 आउटकम बनाने पड़ेंगे अब. ओके, 2 डाइस आर रोल्ड साइमल्टेनियसली. फाइंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑब्टेनिंग अ टोटल ऑफ एटलीस्ट 9. टोटल कम से कम 9 तो होना ही चाहिए. 9 से ज्यादा रहा तो चलेगा, 9 से कम नहीं चलेगा. चलो रेड लाइन, रेड कलर से अंडरलाइन करते हैं कि जिसका टोटल 9 या 9 से ज्यादा है. 3 6 4 5 4 6 5 4 5 5 5 6 6 3 6 4 6 5 6 6. कितने नंबर है? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 नंबर. सो फर्स्ट का जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दैट इवेंट क्या हो जाएगा? 10 10/36, राइट. 10/36 क्या होता है? 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो 5/18. कूल. ओके ग्रेट. चलो सेकंड वाला क्या है? गेटिंग अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 ऑन वन डाइस एंड मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 ऑन अदर डाइस. ये लोग पागल हो गए. ये क्या क्वेश्चन दे रहे हैं लोग? बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चन है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन. गेटिंग अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 ऑन वन डाइस एंड मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 ऑन द अदर डाइस. ओके, मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 एक भी नहीं है फर्स्ट रो में. मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 कौन से मैं ग्रीन से अंडरलाइन करने लगूंगा. मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 ऑन वन डाइस एंड मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 ऑन अदर डाइस. ये रहा 2 and 3, राइट. और एक रहा 2 and 6. 3 में कौन सा रहा? 3 and 2. मल्टीपल ऑफ, ऐसा नहीं बोला है कि 2 ऑन द फर्स्ट डाइस, 1 एंड अदर बोला है. मतलब फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड, सेकंड एंड फर्स्ट भी हो सकता है, ठीक है. सो 3,2 चलेगा, 2,3 भी चलेगा, वैसे 3,4 भी चलेगा, ठीक है. 3,6 भी चलेगा, राइट. फिर 4 कॉमा डायरेक्टली चलेगा 3, एक 2 का एक 3 का है, और चलेगा 4,6. फिर चलेगा 5 वाला, एक भी नहीं चलेगा. 6,2 चलेगा, 6,3 चलेगा, 6,4 चलेगा, 6,5 नहीं चलेगा, 6,6 चलेगा. तो 6 और 2, क्योंकि 6 3 का मल्टीपल है और 2 2 का, 6,3 6 2 का मल्टीपल है, 3 3 का, 6,4 6 2 का मल्टीपल है, 6 3 का मल्टीपल है 4 2 का, और 6,6 कैसे भी आप देख सकते हो. तो कितने ग्रीन लाइन अंडरलाइन किए मैंने? 1 2, इधर 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, और यहाँ पे एक भी नहीं, 8 9 10 11. क्या बात है. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दिस सेकंड वाले का इवेंट इज 11/36. भाई आंसर चेक कर लेना, मेरी गलती हो गई तो सुधार लेना, ठीक है. हो सकती है, मैं भी ह्यूमन हूँ, मेरी भी गलती हो सकती है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उसमें. थर्ड वाला क्या है? प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ नंबर, गेटिंग अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 एज द सम. ओ, मतलब तुम्हारे पीछे पड़ गए ये लोग. ओके, लेट मी सी. कौन सा कलर ले लूँ? मुझे तो कलर ही अच्छे लगते हैं यहाँ पे. कोई भी कलर दे दो यार अच्छा सा. चलो हम लोग लेते हैं यहाँ पे, और कोई भी ले लो यार, ब्लू ले लो. ओके कूल. सो व्हाट दे आर सेइंग इज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 एज द सम. मतलब दोनों नंबर का सम 3 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए, 1,2. कैसे? 1 + 2 कितना होता है? 3. यस. फिर 1,3 नहीं, 1,4 नहीं, 1,5. यस, क्योंकि 5 + 1 6 होता है. वैसे ही 2,1 हो जाएगा, 2,4 हो जाएगा, बस. 2,5 नहीं, 2,6 भी नहीं. फिर हो जाएगा, यार मेरा गला सूख रहा है बोल बोल के, 3,3 हो जाएगा, राइट. मस्त है ना, हाईलाइट क्या दिख रहा है, एकदम अच्छा लग रहा है यार. 3,3, 3,4 नहीं, 3,5 नहीं, 3,6 हो जाएगा. फिर 4,2, फिर 4,5, ये सबके सम तुम देखो, 4 + 2 6 होता है, 4 + 5 9 होता है, 4 + 4 8 होता है, जो 3 का मल्टीपल नहीं है। दोनों नंबर को ऐड करके 3 का मल्टीपल आना है, ठीक है। 5,1 हो जाएगा, 5,4 हो जाएगा, और कुछ नहीं होगा। 6,3 हो जाएगा, 6,6 हो जाएगा। अब बताओ कितने नंबर है, बता दो ठाकुर, बताओ कितने आदमी थे, कितने नंबर थे? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, एग्जैक्टली 12 नंबर्स है। 12 ऐसे नंबर हैं, 12 ऐसे पेयर ऑफ नंबर्स है जिसके सम 3 के मल्टीपल है। सो 12/36 विच इज 1/3, राइट? सो दैट्स योर थर्ड आंसर। वो क्या मजा आ गया यार, प्रोबेबिलिटी इतना अच्छे से मैंने कभी नहीं पढ़ा है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 12, पीछा नहीं छोड़ रहे, रुको 1 मिनट पानी पीने दो मेरे। ओके, अ डाइस इज थ्रोन 2 टाइम्स, यार ये डाइस इज थ्रोन 2 टाइम्स तो पीछा ही नहीं छोड़ रहा है यार, और एक डाइस इज थ्रोन 2 टाइम्स वाला आ गया प्रॉब्लम। कोई बात नहीं, पेस्ट, अपने पास भी हथियार रेडी है, न्यूक्लियर वेपन है मेरे पास, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है। आ जाओ, पूछ लो कितनी भी बार पूछना है। नाइस। So a dice is thrown 2 times. Find the probability that the product of the numbers on the dice is 4. Product of the numbers on the dice is 4. मतलब जो दोनों नंबर आएंगे उनको मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो 4 का प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ इज 4, मतलब एग्जैक्टली 4 होना चाहिए। तो 1 4 ज़ा 4, 2 2 ज़ा 4, और तो एक भी नहीं आएगा, 3 में तो आएगा ही नहीं, और 4 1 ज़ा 4, खत्म। वाह, हो गया ये तो। सो फर्स्ट वाले का आंसर क्या है? 3/36 या फिर 1/12। भाई फॉर्मूला लिखना मत, ठीक है? मैं डायरेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, मेरे को मत कॉपी करो, फॉर्मूला लिखते जाओ। ओके, नेक्स्ट। फाइंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द नंबर्स ऑफ द डाइस इज 6। 1 6 ज़ा 6, 2 3 ज़ा 6, 3 2 ज़ा 6, और तो एक भी नहीं आएगा इसमें, 4 में आएगा ही नहीं, और 6 1 ज़ा 6, कितने नंबर आ गए? 4/36 या फिर 1/9। और थर्ड वाला क्या है? फाइंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द नंबर्स ऑफ द डाइस इज अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर। अच्छा, मतलब प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द डाइस परफेक्ट स्क्वायर होना चाहिए, तो इसमें होगा 1 4 ज़ा 4 परफेक्ट स्क्वायर होता है, 2 2 ज़ा 4 परफेक्ट स्क्वायर होता है अगेन, और तो एक भी नहीं होगा। फिर 3 3 ज़ा 9 परफेक्ट स्क्वायर होता है, फिर 4 4 ज़ा 16 आता है फिर से परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, फिर आता है 5 5 ज़ा 25, बाकी कोई भी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नहीं। डायरेक्टली 6 6 ज़ा 36, तो 1 1 ज़ा 1 भी तो होता है, और कोई नहीं होता। यस, तो 1 1 ज़ा 1, 1 4 ज़ा 4, 2 2 ज़ा 4, 3 3 ज़ा 9, 4 4 ज़ा 16, 5 5 ज़ा 25, 6 6 ज़ा 36, तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 एंड 7, 7/36 आंसर है, चेक कर लेना, ठीक है? तो ये 12th क्वेश्चन था। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं, क्या है अभी नेक्स्ट, आते ही जा रहा है। अ डाइस इज रोल्ड 2 टाइम्स और 2 डाइस आर रोल्ड टुगेदर। ये लोग ना पीछे पड़ गए डाइस, कंट्रोल सी, कंट्रोल वी। ओके, आ जाओ, आ जाओ रावण, आ जाओ, तुम्हारी जरूरत थी मुझे। यस, चलो अब बताओ क्या पूछना है, पूछ लो मुझसे। अब मेरे पास हथियार है, मेरे पास ये धनुष बाण है जिससे मैं सारे आंसर निकालूंगा। What a lame joke I'm cracking, 12 o'clock in the night. चलो, a dice is rolled 2 times or 2 dice are rolled together. Find the probability of getting an even number on each dice. चलो, मेरा फेवरेट हाइलाइटर, ब्लू कलर का हाइलाइटर यूज करूंगा मैं। दो डाइस को रोल किया है, क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग एन इवन नंबर ऑन ईच डाइस? ये वन वाली रो में तो एक भी नहीं होगा। इवन नंबर ऑफ ईच डाइस में ये होगा, टू टू होगा, टू फोर होगा, टू सिक्स होगा। थ्री वाली रो में एक भी नहीं होगा, फोर वाली रो में फोर टू होगा, फोर 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 सिक्स। वैसे ही फाइव वाली रो में एक भी नहीं। फिर सिक्स टू, सिक्स फोर एंड सिक्स सिक्स। सो व्हाट इज द आंसर? फर्स्ट का क्या होगा आंसर? प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग इवन नंबर ऑन ईच डाइस विल बी 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 by 36। 9 फेवरेबल आउटकम्स आए, 36 टोटल नंबर ऑफ आउटकम्स 1/4। सेकेंड वाला क्या है? भाई फॉर्मूला लिखना मत भूलना, हाथ जोड़ के बोल रहा हूँ, फॉर्मूला लिखना मत भूलना। ये मैं डायरेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? मेरे को एग्जाम नहीं देनी है, मैं तुम्हें ये नहीं सिखाता हूँ। मैं बच्चों तुम्हें अच्छे संस्कार देना चाहता हूँ। क्या हो गया मुझे, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये वीडियो में क्या क्या रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है? ठीक है। सेकंड, अ प्राइम नंबर ऑन ईच डाइस। अ प्राइम नंबर ऑन ईच डाइस, वाओ दैट्स इंटरेस्टिंग। लेट मी टेक, I want another. Yeah, this looks good. No, 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 no. One second, I'll take yellow. Okay, yellow, yellow, dirty fellow. A prime number on each dice. वन वाला तो प्राइम नंबर होता ही नहीं है, वन टू में होगा। 2,2 ये एक होगा, ठीक है? ये येलो मैंने इससे स्लांट किया है, याद रखना। टू प्राइम नंबर होता है तो 2,2 आएगा, 2,3 भी आएगा, 2,5 भी आएगा, फिर 3,2 भी आएगा, 3,3 भी आएगा, क्योंकि 3 प्राइम नंबर है, दोनों पे 3 आया तो प्राइम नंबर ऑन ईच डाइस हो गया ना। फिर 3,5 भी होगा, फिर 4 वाला एक भी नहीं होगा, फिर 5 वाले में 5,2, 5,3, 5,5, 6 वाले में एक भी नहीं होगा। अब बताओ कितने येलो? कितने येलो? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 9। 9/36। सबका आंसर सेम, 1/4 ऐसा लग रहा है, आई डोंट नो। थर्ड, अ कंपोजिट नंबर ऑन ईच डाइस। ये पागल हो गया है, ये पगला गया है। क्या बोल रहा है यार, कंपोजिट नंबर, ये सब कैसे पता चलेगा? चलेगा ना, क्यों नहीं चलेगा? देखो देखो, 1 2 और 3, वन वाली रो, टू वाली रो और थ्री वाली रो मैं लूंगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि 1 2 और 3, वन तो यूनिक नंबर है, टू तुम्हारा प्राइम नंबर है, थ्री प्राइम नंबर है। फोर वाली रो में कंपोजिट नंबर शुरू होता है विच इज 4, ठीक है? तो 4,4 ये फर्स्ट कंपोजिट नंबर है, फिर है 4,6 ये दूसरा कंपोजिट नंबर है। फिर 5 वाली रो में लूंगा ही नहीं। 6 वाली रो में 6 1 नहीं, 6 2 नहीं, 6 3 नहीं, 6 4 और 6 6। सिर्फ 4 ही ऐसे नंबर है जिसमें दोनों कंपोजिट है। वाह यार। सो 4/36 और 1/9। वाह, सो वी गॉट द आंसर्स। आई होप तुम्हें ये समझ में आ रहा है यार। तो बहुत अच्छे अच्छे प्रॉब्लम्स लिए हमने। अरे खत्म नहीं हो रहा है यार, खत्म होने का नाम ही नहीं ले रहा है। फ्रॉम द पैक ऑफ 52 प्लेइंग कार्ड्स द ब्लैक फेस कार्ड्स आर रिमूव्ड। ओह, ब्लैक फेस कार्ड्स, ये मेरे को बताओ ब्लैक फेस कार्ड क्या होता है? सोचो, देखो, ब्लैक कलर के सूट कौन से होते हैं? विच आर द ब्लैक सूट्स? एक तो होता है तुम्हारा क्लब्स और दूसरा होता है तुम्हारा स्पेड्स। क्लब्स एंड स्पेड्स, ये दोनों ब्लैक है। अब ये क्लब में कितने फेस कार्ड है? 3 फेस कार्ड है। और स्पेड में कितने फेस कार्ड है? 3। 3 + 3 कितना हो गया? 6। 6 कार्ड तो पहले ही हटा दिए 52 में से, राइट? सो 52 - 6 कितना हो जाएगा? 52 - 6 विल बी 46। 46 कार्ड बचे। अब इसमें प्रोबेबिलिटी खेलना है। Now the cards are reshuffled and then a card is drawn from the remaining pack of the cards. Find the probability that the card drawn is a black card. Okay, so probability of drawing a black card. देखो ब्लैक कार्ड मतलब क्या, वो क्लब भी हो सकता है और स्पेड भी हो सकता है। क्लब कितने होते हैं? 13। 13 में से तीन तो निकाल दिए, तो कितने बचे 10। स्पेड कितने होते हैं 13, 13 में से 3 निकाल दिए स्पेड भी, तो वो भी 10 बचे। तो अभी ब्लैक कार्ड बचे कितने, 10 क्लब्स के बचे और 10 स्पेड्स के बचे, मतलब टोटल ब्लैक कार्ड कितने बचे 20। और टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्ड्स कितने हैं 46, 20/46, 2 से डिवाइड करोगे तो क्या आएगा 10/23। ये तुम्हारा आंसर है, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ड्रॉइंग अ ब्लैक कार्ड। ठीक है, इसमें कोई सैंपल स्पेस किसी की जरूरत नहीं है प्लेइंग कार्ड्स के क्वेश्चन में। ठीक है, अब नेक्स्ट है किंग, ये तो फर्स्ट था। सेकेंड है प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ड्रॉइंग अ किंग। ड्रॉइंग मतलब ड्रॉ नहीं करना है, रिमूव करना है। ड्रॉ करना मतलब रिमूव करना भी होता है, निकालना भी होता है। ड्रॉ करना मतलब ड्रॉ करना नहीं। 12 बज रहे और रात के, और मेरी मेरी नींद मुझसे लेम जोक्स बुलवा रही है। कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग आज ये खत्म कर देंगे। ओके, ड्राइंग अ किंग। मुझे बताओ किंग कितने बचे। देखो क्लब्स और स्पेड्स के सारे फेस कार्ड तो निकाल दिए, तो उसमें जो 2 किंग थे वो तो निकल गए। अब किंग बचे 2, एक हार्ट का किंग, किंग ऑफ हार्ट्स, वाओ, एंड एक डायमंड का किंग, किंग ऑफ डायमंड। राइट, सो 2 ही किंग बचे, ड्रॉइंग अ किंग। 2 किंग बचे और टोटल कार्ड कितने 46, तो कितना हो गया 1/23। राइट, थर्ड वाला क्या है एन एस। अब एस तो चारों में है, क्लब्स में और स्पेड्स में तो सिर्फ फेस कार्ड निकाले, एस तो फेस कार्ड नहीं है, वो तो ए वाला कार्ड है। सबसे पहला नंबर 1 कार्ड ए विथ ए फॉर एस। राइट, सो व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ड्रॉइंग एन एस। कितने एस है पूरे डेक में, 4 एस है। ठीक है, सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ड्रॉइंग एन एस is equal to 4/46, which is 2/23। ठीक है, और फोर्थ वन क्या होगा, स्पेड कार्ड। देखो स्पेड कार्ड 13 थे, उसमें से 3 निकाल लिए, बचे कितने 10, सो 10/46। कोई भी स्पेड चलेगा, मतलब 10/46, दैट इज 5/23। So probability of drawing a spade is 5/23. So I hope you understand कैसे किया मैंने। ये कार्ड वाला क्वेश्चन था, ये इम्पोर्टेंट था। एंड द गुड न्यूज इज कि 12 बज चुके हैं और ये चैप्टर 12 बजे ही खत्म हो गया। आई होप यू लाइक्ड माई न्यू वे ऑफ टीचिंग विथ माई न्यू कलरफुल वे ऑफ टीचिंग, एंड आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द होल कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी। हमने बहुत अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चंस किए पार्ट ए और बी मिला के, और मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोई बच्चा ये क्वेश्चन अगर समझ ले एक बार तो उसका एक भी मार्क्स लूज होगा प्रोबेबिलिटी का। राइट, सो तुमने पहले लेक्चर में पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट समझा, और अब ये वाले चैप्टर में तुमने पूरा सॉल्व एग्जाम्पल से समझा के कैसे क्वेश्चंस का आंसर्स लिखना है। राइट, सो आई एम गोइंग टू सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। आई डोंट नो अभी मैथ्स करेंगे क्या करेंगे, देखते हैं। अभी नेक्स्ट क्लास में मिलता हूँ तुमसे। बाय बाय।